Welcome to my Woman at the Wheel YouTube channel. I'm cruising the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex on my way down to Southeast Texas to pick up a trailer. And I thought I'd just show you what it looks like running through here when there's a good traffic flow. This is so unusual. I don't refer to Dallas-Fort Worth as a big parking lot for no reason, because I usually get jammed up coming through here, one spot or another. And I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but it's flowing pretty well actually, and it may just be the time of day. Very often I come in here and I'm running too close to the evening rush hour or too early in the day in the morning rush hour. So this is pretty awesome. I expect a little slowdown here at Belknap Street because it's always been a bottleneck, and it looks like that's what we're going to hit shortly. I can't remember ever coming through here during daylight hours when there wasn't some kind of a backup at Belknap, but we will see. Now, over on the left, the lanes behind the barrier, that's the pay road, the toll road lanes. And I use those on occasion. When I have a trailer on, if traffic over here is really heavy, I'll jump on that and pay to drive over there. And the skyline off to the right is Fort Worth. And of course, we're on I-35, which runs kind of north and south between Fort Worth and Dallas. And as expected, a little slowdown here down at Belknap. Got a bubblehead there. Lots of bubbleheads out here driving around. The typical Belknap backup. Here we are. Not sure why, but it bottlenecks down here really good. Almost always. This isn't so bad that we're moving anyway. A lot of times you get down here and you just sit for a while everything untangles itself. I'm not sure if it's because of the toll roads coming off the toll road ramp. That, and then there's Belknap Street exit, and I think that jams it up on the right side. Probably the toll road jams it up on the left side. It's just a sticky spot. We'll get through it here shortly. I like the boards on this guy's flatbed. They almost look like cedar. I don't know if they're painted or what the deal is with that. Might be painted. Or possibly some kind of treatment to keep them from drying out and falling apart. Okay, this is where it usually loosens up. It's right under this overpass. And as usual, I'm hoping for clear sailing, clear down to Houston from here. We may be in luck. We'll find out. Houston's the other congested area. Houston's a real bear to get through. 99% of the time, it's a pain in the ass. And unfortunately, I've kind of got to go through there to get to Rose City. Okay, it's gonna. Okay, and I missed 287. That was dumb. So now I'm going to have to play catch up. That's okay, I can do it from here, I think. Yeah, we're okay. So there goes a guy with a small truckload on his flatbed. Not sure what he's hauling, I couldn't tell. I'm glad I'm not hauling it though. When I'm in city traffic like this, I don't worry about getting aggressive. I try and stay over in the slow lane, let things flow around me. Unless I'm in a major hurry. If I'm in a time crunch, I might get over in the middle lanes. But if I'm not like on a tight schedule or something like today, I'm not on a tight schedule. I just have to get down there. Don't have to be there, super soon or anything. So I kind of have the luxury of just sitting over here in the slow lane and going with the flow. I had an event in, I think it was Indianapolis a couple weeks ago. It was the most bizarre thing ever. I was driving along and I was in the fast lane. It was really heavy traffic. And I was on this tight schedule, so I was trying to get through Indianapolis. I had to get on the other side of town so I could stop for the night and not run out my clock. So it was a relatively tight schedule. I had to keep moving. And some guy in a red pickup truck decides that he's going to play block the lane. Not just with me, but with other people. And at first I didn't realize what was going on. And I had a trailer on. I was pulling a trailer. So I'm sitting in the fast lane, and he whips over in the fast lane in front of me and starts pointing to the lane beside him, like telling me to get the hell out of the fast lane. He's in front of me. And until then, I had been cruising along, no problems. It was nice, smooth sailing, even though the traffic was pretty heavy. So he starts this frantically pointing toward the middle lane, acting like he's pissed off. I'm thinking, this guy's a fucking lunatic. I could kind of tell the way he was acting was not normal by any means. So I went ahead and got over in the other lane when I got clear enough to do it. And instead of just staying over there and leaving me alone, he pulls over in front of me in that lane too, and he starts brake checking me. And I'm thinking, what is this idiot doing? So I back off a little bit. I'm still trying to get through there. So he keeps doing this crap. So I tried going back around him in the fast lane. He cut back over, wouldn't let me through, he blocked me. So I thought, okay, I'm getting as far away from him as I can get. So I had a clear spot to cut over, so I cut clear over to the slow lane, and I just ran in the slow lane the rest of the way out and got clear the hell away from him. So then he started doing this, dicking around with somebody else in the fast lane, doing the same shit he was doing to me. So then I figured out the guy is a nut, and he's intentionally being an asshole and trying to block people from running in the fast lane just to be a dick, I guess. So my big saying when I'm driving in traffic like that and somebody's acting that way or just doing stupid things or, you know, trying to block the lane, or a lot of people will do this stuff. I don't know why. They think they're some kind of, you know, an unanointed cop or something, some traffic, you know, thing. I have a saying, you know, that I say to myself mostly to keep myself calm, because I want to reach out and strangle them for one thing, because they're, you know, causing issues. But I think to myself, DBAD, don't be a dick. And so this is, there have been times I've been driving down the road, I yell this at people, don't be a dick, you know, because they're just being so ridiculous. Well, this guy was that kind of a person. He was being so ridiculous. I'm thinking, this guy is, I don't know if he's trying to intentionally kill somebody. He didn't seem like he was trying to get anybody to actually crash into him. Because, I mean, he could have got me to hit him if he'd have brake checked me a little harder than he did. He was just trying to mess with me and control where I was going, evidently. I guess he thought that he should dictate where I drove, you know. Like, okay, this guy's a loony. I'm getting as far away from him as I can get. So it was just the most bizarre thing. So we get on down the road, another 10 miles around or so, and I'm keeping, you know, one eye on him over in the fast lane, because he's still over there jockeying with other people. I'm thinking, okay, you know, so I just stayed in the slow lane, got on through, it opened up enough I could get on through. So he takes off in the fast lane when another guy in a flatbed truck like mine tries to go around him into the fast lane. The guy gets over and blocks the fast lane again. And this time there was very little traffic because we were clear out on the west end of Indianapolis, so it had opened up quite a bit. And he blocks this truck, brake checks him, just the same shit he was doing to me. And I'm thinking, this guy is definitely a certifiable freaking lunatic. So this is evidently what this guy does for fun, is goes around and screws with people who are trying to drive through Indianapolis. And just, you know, I guess for some reason he thinks he's got the right to just jack with them. It's just the most bizarre thing ever. Usually when I see people driving like morons, it's because they're either not paying attention or maybe they're just bad drivers. You know, there is such a thing as people being just really bad drivers. So, you know, some people suffer from that. But most people aren't intentional assholes. This guy was an intentional asshole. It's kind of a rarity as far as what you see on the road. It was just bizarre. It was very strange. You know, today everybody's behaving pretty well. I mean, there's been a few, you know, silly people cutting across lanes of traffic and stuff, and the guy that tried to come over on me, being a little bit of a bubblehead, but nothing too bad. Traffic's actually been very, very open, and I'm fixing to jam myself up. And somebody just watched me do that and said, look at that bubblehead. I'm probably not the only one out here judging. And that's fair, I think. This reminds me of driving through Fort Worth a long time ago, how it used to be. This is very calm, traffic's moving nicely. Like, 15 or so years ago, this was more how it normally was before they started tearing up all the roads and redoing.